everybody. Hope you enjoyed my introduction. Just come up with that. I think it's quite cool, but you may hate it, and I do understand that. But anyway, thanks for listening to it. Any feedback about it would be very welcome, by the way. So my name is Steve Mills. If you don't know me, I've spent it's just coming up to actually 28 years helping small businesses with basically growing their business. I specialize in marketing, sales, and all things to do with lead generation. I'm not what I'd call a strategic marketer. I'm not a designer in any way, shape or form. But I do have a group of people that I work with who are. Anyway, I'm here today to talk to you about video and video conversion. Now, I can't profess to be, in all honesty, an expert in video production. You've probably seen many of my videos, and I dread to think how many I've got. I think it's somewhere in excess of 500 videos that are on YouTube alone. So I'm pretty much maybe all over the place, but certainly in lots of places. I've done lots of videos, and the one thing I've found is that, strangely enough, not all of them work. It's really easy to think, well, videos, no, I don't like doing videos. That I can tell you now is irrelevant. I don't like doing videos. If I didn't have to do them, I wouldn't do them. Why would I want to do a video? I've no reason to do it other than my goal, which is trying to help small business owners, and my sort of mission, which is around basically providing advice and help and education to small business owners so that they can become better. And that's what this is. Now, I want to tell you about, because it's interesting, where I learned all this stuff. Because people often say to me, Steve, you know so much of this stuff, it's like incredible. You're like, almost like a walking encyclopedia. Obviously, I thank them, but I have to tell you, as I tell them, that actually, do you know what? None of it, zero, is my ideas. I've never learned, and I've never actually come up with a great marketing idea myself. It's all stuff that I've learned from other people. Now, back in the day, years ago, when I used to play table tennis, I played internationally. I played full-time professionally for 10 years. And believe me, it was tough. It was difficult to make a living. It's a very competitive sport. It's actually the world's #1 participation sport. More people play table tennis than any other sport in the world, largely because it's the Chinese national sport. But that aside, what I gain from that is a belief, and it's a belief that serves me today and serves my clients as well. And that is, if you're going to learn something, you need to find somebody who is either the best in the world or who has learned from the best in the world. And that's what I've done. I've spent literally 20,000 hours and over 150,000 pounds of my own money learning this stuff from the best in the world. Back in the day, I'd learn it in books, on cassettes and CDs and so on and so forth, as well as obviously going to seminars, traveling sometimes to America and other countries to learn. In this day and age, it's much more online through video, perhaps on YouTube, but more often by buying their online training programs, which, by the way, I strongly recommend that you start to think about doing. And if you want to start with me, that would be great. Just go to my website and you'll find the online training that I do there. So that said, let me tell you about what we're talking about today, and that is how to do videos that convert. Now, I learned this from a guy called Frank Kern. Frank is one of a very small elite group of marketers who I really respect highly. I think he's brilliant at what he does. And one of the things I learned is this system. Now, let me explain the system for you. It's like this. Step one, you introduce what you're going to be talking about. Okay? I'll go into more depth as we go through, but that's the first thing. You then tell them what it's going to cover. Then you do what Frank calls a pattern interrupt, which is almost like oh, before I tell you about that, let me just tell you about this. Okay, which is where you basically do a pitch right at the beginning of the video. And most people, if you think about it, do it at the end of the video. Why do they do it at the end of the video? Because not everybody's going to watch the full video. Not everybody's going to watch everything. So it's important to do it at the beginning of the video. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The next step is you then go back to what you were going to be talking about and talk about that. So I might say something like, today I want to invite you. No, actually, let me give you a different example. I might say something like, I might pitch something and then come back to what I was going to say. Oh, what I was going to tell you. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk to you about how to get more people to your website. I'd then tell them about that, and then I'd pitch them again at the end. Now, I'm not sure that makes total sense to you, but let me demonstrate it, and then I think you'll understand it more. And what I want you to do is to think about your version of this, okay? So remember, I think it's 4 steps. The title, what it's about, your pattern interrupt or pitch, then give the content, and then give the close again. Okay, so let me give you an example. If I was doing a video now, it might look something like this. Hi, my name's Steve Mills. I've spent 28 years in marketing. Today, I want to talk to you about how to get more traffic to your website. Oh, now, before I do, let me just tell you about a fantastic LinkedIn Live event that I've got coming up. It's on Tuesday, the 21st, and it's all about how to get more traffic to your website. So it's like more of what I'm going to tell you now. So where was I? Okay, so traffic. There are 2 things really important when considering your website success. The first one is traffic, and the second one is conversion. Now, today we're looking at traffic. So the 3 keys to getting more traffic are, and then I just go through key 1, key 2, key 3. And then I'd say something like, I hope that makes sense. And I hope that's, I don't know, whet your appetite to learn more. If it has, don't forget, Tuesday the 21st, LinkedIn Live. I've got a 15-minute session all about traffic and how to get more of it to your website. Thanks very much for listening. And if I can help you further, then please feel free to go to my website, which is steve-mills.com. Now, I hope that sort of, makes more sense. So we need a good title that is like a hook, and sometimes you can hook them in by, I love titles like how to, or how to do something without having something else, something like that. Again, Frank's a real master at this. How to make something, if you're like this, then do that. So I might say, if you're a coach, consultant, or a trainer, and you want to get more traffic to your website, then sign up to this LinkedIn Live. That, whilst that's quite a long title, it's a really effective one because it's calling out the name of the person. It's telling them what you're going to be talking about, and it's telling them what to do, which everybody needs sometimes somebody to tell them what to do. So, that's it. So get that headline in there, then tell them a little bit more. Today, I'm going to give you my 3 ways of getting more traffic. Oh, before I do, let me just tell you about this event that I'm running where we're going more in depth into it. Okay, back to what I was talking about. Here's the three important things. Bump, 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 bump. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you find it valuable. Hope you use the ideas. And by the way, don't forget, to book on to this event on the 21st. Okay, so that is basically, how I do it. So let me give you an example, not from my world. So if I was a dog trainer, I go, hi, my name's Steve Mills of Steve Mills Dog Training Company. Now, today I want to talk to you about how to get your dog to come to heel. This is a problem that so many I'm cracking up here. So many dog owners, not business owners, dog owners, so many dog owners have a problem with. Now, before I do, let me just tell you about a course that I've got started in the next few weeks. It's actually on Saturday the 5th at 5 o'clock. It's 1 hour, and it's for people who it's for puppies. It's for dogs who are people who've got puppy. I'm waffling here, aren't I? But never mind. You get the idea. And it's at that time, and this is how much it costs. And if you want to enroll, go to this website. Yeah. So I do that. I then go back to my right. Okay. So this video is about getting your dog to come to heel. I've got 4 tips for you. So the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. Hope you valued that. I'm sure if you did and you implement it, you'll take the first step to training your dog. If you want to take the second step, don't forget, Saturday the 5th at 5 o'clock. This is how much it costs. So you're basically going to pitch them again. I hope that makes sense to you. I hope it's really valuable for you. All I can tell you is that when I've used that, and I don't use it every time. I'm not, every single time I do it. I don't always do it. But when I do that, I get a really good conversion rate. I really do. And I'm sure that if you adapt that and use that in your videos, then you'll do the same thing. And by the way, if you're not doing videos, right, then get doing videos. I've actually got something coming up soon. It's not available yet, so you can't buy it yet, but I'll certainly be doing lots of marketing about it when I do. And that is a huge online YouTube training program. So it's not only covering YouTube, but it is also covering video creation, video marketing, and so on. So look out for that. I'm gonna think it's probably going to be about 5 or 6 weeks before it's ready, but when it is, it'll certainly be well worth looking into. So that's it. Thanks ever so much. And if you do want to meet me, I'll be very happy to do so. You can see my website below, steve-mills.com. Telephone number and email address are also in my background there. So by all means, copy those down. steve@steve-mills.com and 07977 074 497. Thanks very much for listening, and hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.